Alright, guys, it's top 3 time.
Yes.
Top 3, the top 3 most popular Fire Emblem character.
On this channel.
Just
not representative.
just on this channel. Although I have a feeling that the top 3 will be like very mainstream popular characters. I'm very surprised if Geb ends up here, for example. But yeah, like last time we guessed Hector was among our picks, and we both guessed correctly, so it's 1-1. Will it be tied just like our MVP thing? I don't know. So I guess it's my turn to guess now, since I'm the one doing the introductions.
I guess so.
So, well, obviously it's not going to be Hector. I don't think Nino will be on here, honestly. My first pick's going to be Ike, because he has to be among the top 3. If he's not, I'm gonna be really surprised. I'm gonna go Ike, Laura Shell.
Ooh, interesting pick. I like it.
She won the voting, like, choose my legends thing when I decided what I was supposed. So that's why I think she might be on here. And this is gonna be another, like, attractive character, surely. Nephany we've done already. Ike, Laura Shell, Elliewood? I mean, we haven't seen Elliewood yet.
Risky pick. I like it.
Yeah, alright. Your turn.
Ike, Ephraim, Amelia. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah. Ike, Ephraim, Amelia.
Yes.
Wow, that's brave. Actually,
it's a little bit different.
Let's see, a calendar. I forgot to open it. There we go. So now
I told Mangs, like, wow, like, ages ago I was gonna be home in like an hour or so. Like all the time in the world to set this up, but
I can't help it that you're a raging alcoholic. You're out drinking beer instead of
one can of beer, raging alcoholic. Okay,
calm down there, Mekkah.
I think you'd be more drunk of Monster than I would be of beer.
Probably. Caffeine's the hell of a drug, man. Anyway, let's open up the calendar. Let's see who gets a point. And today we have... Okay, we're both wrong.
You're the tactician for this group? Oh, no. It's nothing.
Well, I feel bad now.
Yeah, I should have seen this one coming, honestly.
Wow, it's really high. I can see why though. It's Telia's bias since we're still playing FE10.
I guess by the time this episode comes out, his hilarious death will have been revealed.
Yeah, I was like, do I spoil this? No, I think the Radiant Dawn episode comes out before the Christmas one.
I don't know, it was just something about the timing of the ballista, and just like the silence, and the going like...
Yeah, because there's nothing happening besides that, and then suddenly he just straight up dies.
He just got bunked by a crit too.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this when I was rating giving his unit rating, like he had a bit of low luck. I said I think he might have died to a crit sometimes. Because part 3 enemies in general, they have like quite a bit of crit sometimes. There's like snipers, halberdiers, they all have like a tiny crit bonus.
So when we both started out with Path of Radiance, I think Path of Radiance is a game that neither of us was like super well versed in. I know that I haven't played it all that much, and you haven't played it all that much either.
I played it like twice, yeah.
So we both were like, we weren't really sure if Soren was good or not, but I think we affirmed in Path of Radiance that Soren can indeed be one of the best units in the game if you give him a little bit of favoritism in the early games.
Yeah, we were like, prove me wrong, Soren. We're gonna give you 4 stars or something. I think is what it was. I didn't want to give him 5, but I thought 3 was a bit too low. I was like, he's really frail. He's always really bad for me early on, but I know that people have made him work. I know his magic is really good, especially in Maniac mode where killing enemies is so much harder than in hard mode, and you know, frailness can be compensated for in other ways. I feel like it could be a good unit, especially with Adept and everything. And he ended up being true until he died, basically.
Yeah, I mean, he couldn't survive Clash, but honestly, that was just like, ugh.
I mean, I couldn't survive Clash.
No, my sanity died with Clash, honestly. I mean, his support with Ike is pretty good because it's double avoid. It's not as good as double Earth, but it's still double avoid.
Yeah, it's still avoid, yeah.
Yeah, so that makes him very dodgy. And on hard mode, Maniac mode, that's more than enough. But once you face the Paladins in Clash, I mean, you just like, the only thing that can really survive those things are Kieran and Oscar. So, but the fact that he was useful in Maniac mode, I think should be a testament to how good he is.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, what's annoying about Soren is that you need to get him over that doubling threshold, like, because he doesn't double naturally in the early game, not even on hard mode, and you gotta give him like a couple speed level ups, and then he starts to double reliably, and once he gets there, he never stops doubling. Yeah,
it's true. He's also weighed down by tomes a bit. I think Wind is like the lightest, but it's also the weakest. So you want to give him Thunder, but that weighs him down a little bit, unless you get really lucky with this like low strength growth. So it's just really hard to get both good might and good speed on him, but once he gets there, he just never lets go, really. And then from there, he just snowballs. Like, Radiant Dawn Soren, though, like, if we could talk about him, like, we both rated him 3 stars.
Sure, let's talk about him. He's bad.
Yeah, I feel like I should have given him 2 stars, honestly. Really, like, without even considering the fact that he died, like, he's just pretty trash. He just doesn't do anything.
Oh, he's so bad in Radiant Dawn. Oh my god, he's so trash.
That's trash.
Honestly, I think maybe Soren would have been slightly better if skills were locked, because then at least the adept would have been stuck on him. But the fact that you can put skills up in means that there's no point in keeping it on him, because there's other characters that so that kind of works against him in a way. That works against a lot of characters in Radiant Dawn. I think we discussed this before, that if skills were locked the same way they are in Path of Radiance, some characters like Tormod would have maybe been rated a little bit higher.
Yeah, at the same time, I feel like it's like a very slight advantage to have a skill that takes up no capacity, but at the same time, it's like you still want to give it to someone else every time, because an adept that takes up capacity on Mia is still much better than an adept that takes up no capacity on Soren at all. Because when you double with it, it's so much better.
I think also if it worked like it did in Path of Radiance and it procced off skill, that would have also benefited Soren more, because he has a shit ton of skill in Radiant Dawn. He just doesn't have speed, which is really odd, because he was the fast mage in Path of Radiance, and then he becomes the slow mage. He's the wind mage. Wind mages have been fast throughout the Fire Emblem series. Like,
I think this is like a Radiant Dawn thing. Mages are just much slower in that game in general. Like Lyanna's slow. Tormod is not that fast in part 4. Everyone is just kind of slow.
Khalil's like the only remotely fast sage.
She's still not very fast. She doesn't double in part 3.
No, it's really annoying. So, but yeah, statistics aside though, I think one of the reasons why Soren is so well liked is because he fills a very specific niche that I think a lot of teenagers identify with. he is very edgy, and he is sort of like he's slow to trust people, which I think appeals to a large...
He is realistically edgy. He's like much better edgy.
There's like one of the traits of edgy teenagers is that they often feel very intelligent. I mean, I'm not like, maybe some of them are, but it's like a very common trope. Like, I'm so smart, no one gets me. It's like, no one gets you because you're weird. It's like, I'm so intelligent. And I think a lot of edgy teenagers, they really resonate with Soren because he is actually very smart. He's the strategist. So he's like the smart, edgy, slow trusting guy. And I think that feels a very... And also he's like... Because of his brand, he's unpopular, so they resonate to that as well. Because maybe they're not that popular in real life.
Yeah.
So he he checks a lot of boxes for people, and thus they really resonate with him. And he's got like magic.
But he still shows up Skrimir in like Radiant Dawn. Skrimir still like learns to respect him.
Oh yeah, but that I would say that's part of his character development arc. Like Soren he's way worse in Path of Radiance. He's actually one of the characters in Radiant Dawn that actually has development. Because Ike even points this out too. Like when he's like rude to the Lagoose, he goes like, "Oh, well, you should have seen how it was before." And it's true. Back in Path of Radiance, he literally calls them subhumans to their face. Like,
yeah,
like,
basically like Shinan and like Jill before she joins the Krill mercenaries.
He actually, according to his backstory, he actually hates Lagoose way more than he does Bjork, because while the Bjork were like, branded, the Lagoose literally chased him out. Like, fuck off. They actually threw rocks after him. So they were way like, I think actually the Lagoose are way harsher on the branded than the Bjork are.
Yeah, I think the Lagoons have like a stronger sense for it too. The Bjork are just kind of weird.
The Bjork are a bit ignorant about it. They don't really know, but the
Lagoons can sense it. Like they just straight up know for some reason.
So that's why he hated the Lagoose, and that's why he like badmounts Leth and Mordecai when he meets them, because he felt like they should have understood him more. I also like how he's like in Path of Radiance, he literally only supports the two characters, Ike and Stefan is a branded and Ike is Ike, and that shows you. I mean, I think it would have been so easy for them to just make Soren support with all the Grail mercenaries, but this is a clever way of showing in game that he's slow to trust. He literally only supports with two characters in the entire game. So again, kind of like how Joshua has low luck, I like it when they incorporate game mechanics into a character's personality.
Yeah, I think I would have bought it if they made him support with someone like Titania, because you can't not trust Titania in a way. She's like a mother to all the Grill mercenaries. But I like what they've done.
I wouldn't mind if he had a support with Titania, no. But it makes sense that he doesn't.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's also like, in Path of Radiance, one thing that sticks with me is that he wants Ike and the rest of the Grill mercenaries to side with Dain at first instead of Valencia. That really shows you. I think Path of Radiance at one point was going to have a route split of sorts, where you choose who to trust between Dain, or choose who to go with, either Dain or Elincia, and Soren would be like one path and Elincia would be the other one, basically. And that's, I think, what Fates ended up being based off of.
Have you heard that anywhere, or is it just speculation?
I read it somewhere, but I don't remember how trustworthy it is. So maybe it's just a Pitfall wiki thing. I don't know.
Could have been a scrap development thing.
Yeah, I think it was a scrap development thing. I think it was interesting, actually.
I mean, it would make sense. It's not the first time important new features have been scrapped, and route splits have been pretty common in Fire Emblem. So yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, let us know in the comment section what do you think about Soren. Do you like him because of his unit or because of his personalities, or do you think he's edgy and annoying? Let us know. And why does he suck in Radiant Dawn? Let us know about that too. Prove us wrong.
We definitely didn't just tell you.
Soren sucks. Changed my mind. See you guys tomorrow.
Bye.